Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this morning, this afternoon, wherever or whenever you are watching this video, so I wanted to share a devotion from my time this morning about, have you ever felt behind in life, like you've missed the train, like are you at the wrong city, are you doing the wrong things? Did God really say what he was saying about me? In Psalm 27 verse 13 it reads, it reads, I remain confident of this, I will see the goodness of God in the land of the living, right? So as I'm reading the devotion, the person reflects on how important it is to reflect on already the goodness of God in our lives, especially when we're still trying to reach for what we think we are behind in, right? So he or she tells us then we need to reflect with honesty, like really with honesty, and see drops, not even glimpse of chapters in our life that God has really been good. It just means that for now God is still working on certain parts of your life or orchestrating things together. Secondly, they advise us that we need to take a break from comparing ourselves through social media and any other medium where we find ourselves comparing ourselves with those other people. It then says that we need to practice gratitude. So every day, something that I've been doing for a long time now is to jot down the things that I'm grateful for, right? And these things don't have to be big in size. It can even be the smallest of things. It's being grateful that you have clean water, being grateful that you are able to even stand up and move your body, because how many of us know that a lot of people don't have the mobility of their bodies. And also we need to ask God to change our perspective, right? I think I've lived long enough to know that when God delays something, it's not because he's withholding his hand, it's because he knows more than I do. And sometimes when we rush things thinking that this is going to meet my time box, we are then faced with other set of things that God really didn't want us to go through, right? And sometimes we even prolong what God really intended for us in his timing, right? So the devotion then concludes by saying, the next time you experience the fear of being behind, remember you are not behind. God is writing a story that is unique to you. It may not be the story you want and may not be the timing you want, but he is not leaving you behind. Over and over the Bible shows us he has not forgotten us. And just a side note, I always go back to David. You know, David faced a lot of trials. As a child, as a teenager, God gave him the vision that he will be a king and he will reign. And the prophet Samuel then anointed him. And then from the time of his anointing to the time of his appointment, there was a lot happening. And one could say that in the midst of the process of being told and actually being appointed, maybe God was in the wrong neighborhood. Maybe the prophet Samuel had it all wrong, you know. But David continued to encourage himself in the Lord, right? While he was hiding in caves, running away from Saul, running away from people who want to get rid of his life, even his own army, when he was partnering with the Philistines and First Samuel wanted to get rid of him. He could have really just said, like, this is not going to happen. But then we see the hand of God as he gets anointed to be the king of Israel towards the end of First Samuel into the new chapter of Second Samuel. So we could say that it took a while, right? But we wouldn't have this David of such depth and experience and character, the one that we see in the book of Psalms, encouraging us in our lives, if we didn't go through the process. So also another thing to add to this morning's devotional, whenever you are watching the video, is to also maybe kind of ask God, Lord, what are you showing me? who am I supposed to speak to, even in the midst of not knowing what's going on, because I'm not clear how this fits to my desired end state, right? So I just pray that you realize that God is not, God's hand is not short. A lot of times in the Bible, we see scriptures of the mighty hand of God. And I just pray for the mighty hand of God to flood you with peace that surpasses all understanding. And that you remain confident in this, that you will see the goodness of God in the land of the living. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye.